Hi, this is Brian with The Balanced Dog, and this morning I'm out here with Rex, who belongs to Canine Kismet. He came in about 4 days ago, I think. Super reactive. Like, I didn't think I was going to be able to work him out here because he was just kicking off on everything. Funny enough, though, he wasn't that way before he was adopted. So, because the rescue said that, anybody can walk him, he could be around kids. So something in that environment had changed to create some huge stressor in him. So the reactivity is not who he is, it's who he's become based on the set and setting. And so what we're gonna do is just balance him back out. So what I'm gonna show you today, I'm doing some long line work, as always, but I'm adding to it because when I start working him on long line, he tends to get really elevated in his prey drive, that's what I'm trying to control right now, is that adrenaline. He's one of the most challenging dogs. Super insecure, low defense drive, very high prey drive, right? So getting control of the prey drive is the goal here right now. So he's barking at some birds up here. So prey drive. So anyways, what I've been doing with him is a mix of different training techniques. And the long line, obviously we know how that works. That's just drive switching. I'm letting him go into prey drive, bringing him back into pack drive. But when I see it get too elevated, then I switch and I go into what I just refer to as box work. And this is basically some of the steps from Jonathan Cinder's gentle method from Oregon Tales. And so what I'll do is I'll go in, I'll just kind of show you a short version of what I do, but normally this is a longer session. And so I'll bring him in and I'll set him up to go into a clockwise pattern with him on the outside of me, and then I'll switch that to counterclockwise. And then you would go into clockwise with the dog inside the circle, counterclockwise dog on the outside, and you go into figure eights if you'd want. And then what I also like to do is this crossover method, which is really good if he's forging out. And so I'll just kind of show you what that looks like. I've been seeing some really good results in him. I'll be curious to see this morning how high he gets in his prey drive, but we'll go find out. Let's go. So just going to start out with our basic let's goes and some recalls. Let's go. Let's go. And so you can hear this breathing pattern. Let's go. And you can see this tail up, really flagged and really fast. Rex, here. Let's go. Let's go. There's not much out here today. There's a bike going by, the birds that are getting them fired up. So you can see, let's go. Let's go. His hackles are starting to come up, that's just all overstimulation. Let's go. Here. Right, so what I'm gonna do now is put the remote away. And here's what I do. I come in, let me switch to this side. So you can see, there's somebody up here on the sidewalk. So I'm just gonna give him about 1.5 inches of slack. And then I'm gonna coil the line. Right, let me get him moved around. So this is my setup, this is what it looks like. So I basically just have 1.5 inches of slack so he comes onto that pressure really quick. Right, so what I'll do is just kind of keep my arms nice and relaxed. And I'm not adding any pressure. I'm just letting him kind of put it on himself. What I like about this is that it really gives you a feel for the dog when he is with you and when he is not. So it's just all based on, do I feel him on the leash or do I not? Right here I feel him, right? But right here I don't. So as you can see, as I go into this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to switch them, going the other way. We're going to look for this tail to kind of slow down. We're going to look, listen to that breathing. Just becomes kind of a bit of a meditation for me, gets my breathing in a really nice pattern. Right, and so if I've gone around and round and round in this circle here where I see things starting to tamp down, you know, and I always want to kind of stop here, you know, when I feel that he's kind of dissipating, you know, and reward him here in the chest. That's right, buddy. Just kind of intensify that calmness. Then what I'll do is I'll switch hands and I'll just go into the counterclockwise, right? So you're going to do this until you, again, he's probably going to go back up a little bit, you know, in the drive and the adrenaline. But again, you just kind of keep moving him through it. See, right here, I feel pressure. As I arc around, I don't feel it right here, right? So then what you would do eventually is you would move into your, I kind of went off camera here, move into your inside circles, right? So again, the only thing I'm going to do different in the inside circle is that I will, if he's pushing on me, I will bump him out with the leash. All right, so if I turn in here, I'll bump him out with the leash, bump him out. Just want him off my leg. I want some space. All right, so the one last thing I'll do with them is the crossover work. And basically what you're doing is I'll be walking him. I'm going to go further away from camera to show you how it looks when I'm coming towards camera, and then I'll do one side view. So as I'm walking this way, I'm going to arc him out in front of me and bring him to the other side, right? So how that looks is that I'll take my hands and switch them. So I'll bring my right to where my left was, and then as I'm moving, I'll arc him around and put him back in this position, right? And I'll just keep repeating it. So I'm going to go out so you can kind of see. What I like about this is that you're always in motion going forward. So a lot of what we do with the dogs is very linear, you know, away from me and to me. So the box works is really nice because it mixes that up, right? So as we move towards you, if he's foraging, which he is, I'm going to swing him around. Swing him out. So right there, he's on a squirrel, right? So I go back out. Now I can switch if I find that swinging out is becoming too challenging because there's a squirrel there, right? So I can just switch out and I'll go right back into the box work. And I'll work them out of that. And go right back into the crossing over. Right there, that was a bad move. You never want to break that arc like we just did, right? And then I can go back into, see, all that breathing is all adrenaline. And I'm going to slow everything down again. Go back either into clockwise, outside, inside the circle. Right there. That's what you're looking for. A little bit more to go, but, right? That's what we're looking for. All right, well, there you go. We're going to continue working with Mr. T-Rex and get him dialed back into who he was. Thanks for watching. Let's go.